Hey guys, it's Thundercry back again, and in my last challenge I beat Terraria using only the weapons the NPCs use. But can I do it with space-themed weapons? That's what I set out to find. Just like in my last challenge, this will be split up into 3 parts: pre-hard mode, pre-golem, and post-golem. With how it'll be split up out of the way, what does space-themed mean? Pretty much exactly what you think it does. Weapons that look like they could have come from space. For example, there's the Star Fury, the Phase Blades, and the Xenopopper. Basically, all weapons that look like they could come from space are free to use. With that out of the way, let's get into it. As soon as I made my character, I trashed my copper short sword. Maybe I'll use you in a video someday, buddy. Then I spent about 20 minutes reconfiguring my controls, since I was messing around with something since the last time I played. So yeah, that sucked, but I'm now 99% sure I got them all. Anyway, once that was done, I did the usual and explored around. Getting some early game accessories was all I was focused on right now. I was a bit too eager though and went into a cave without any torches. It's fine since I was able to break some pots in the dark and get some. Now I don't know if this is a bad omen for the rest of the world, but the first chest I found was a trapped chest. But it did have some warding shoe spikes in it, so do with that information what you will. But I thought it was pretty good. I decided to call it quits in the caves for now and went back to the surface and found multiple living trees. I can't even use the finch staff in this challenge though, so there's not really anything I need down here. I kept heading to the left in search of the corruption, the source of shadow orbs. If I shatter one, I can get a meteorite to spawn, and just like that, I'll be able to get my first weapon and armor. I know meteorite only spawns after the Eater of Worlds is defeated. I found that out a bit later, and it crushed my soul. Then, after many failed attempts, I was able to make myself down to an orb and destroy it. Yeah! To pass the time, I went to explore the desert. I grabbed some cactus and went down. I was hoping to find an ancient chisel so I could mine a bit quicker. Instead, I felt threatened and went home to the safety of my little wood shack. After I made some cactus gear, I kept going to the desert. Guys, you wouldn't believe what I found. Pyramid! I'm now 2 for 2 on pyramids in these challenges. Oh, and I did see all the comments last time about being able to shimmer the pharaoh's robes. Looks like the game decided to give me the sandstorm straight up this time. I'd prefer this just because I don't want to have to find the shimmer so early. After equipping it, I headed back up and kept heading right and ran right into the jungle. But got cornered by a bat and a man-eater, so had to leave. It was around this time that I looked up the meteorite and found out it only crashed down after the world boss had been defeated. So I made a tungsten pickaxe and went into the caves to find a gravitation potion. Aside from meteorite weapons, the Star Fury is the only weapon I can use in pre-hard mode. Meteorite can also spawn in golden chests near the underworld, so if I could find some bars I wouldn't even need gravitation potions, so I dove down and began my search. And while spelunking, I actually found the skeleton merchant, who sold me the artisan loaf. Not a game-changing item, but a huge quality of life item. At least to me it is. So before departing, I sold some junk I didn't need and went on my way. Mining. I just want to find something so I can actually begin attacking. All I have to defend myself right now is the cactus armor with its thorns effect, and getting hit doesn't tickle either. And after all that mining, I got a grand total of 1 gravitation potion. I looked around a bit more for some golden chests, but didn't end up finding any. I also explored the underworld for a bit. I didn't even have a demonite pickaxe though, so I wasn't able to mine anything down here. Not even a hellforge. So after recalling home and quick stacking into my chests, I got ready to explore the final frontier. Space. Taking a gravitation potion and a featherfall potion, I began my search. Island number 1. Sky Lake.
Oh my god, dude, really?
Island number 2. Shiny red balloon. Not terrible. Island number 3. Lucky horseshoe. Okay, I'm starting to get worried. If I don't get a Star Fury, I'm gonna be out a starter weapon. If that happens, I'd have to fish in the Sky Lake for the Star Fury. So with 50 seconds left on my potion, I recalled and explored the other side for the remainder of the time, and didn't find anything. Since I was on the left side of the world, I went over and found the dungeon. That's about it. I didn't really do much and ended up going home shortly after. At this point, I was going through a midlife crisis. If I wanted a Star Fury, I had to fish it up with a Sky Crate, which is already a low chance to get one anyway. And then on top of that, there's only a 25% chance to get a Star Fury from the crate. Then I began catching bugs. But with a last-ditch attempt effort, I went to the part of the map I hadn't explored and roped to the build limit. I still didn't see anything, so I left off for a last-ditch effort.
There, a sky island! You can't hide from me now!
So after building up and dodging harpies, I opened the chest. Island number 4, Star Fury. Using the Star Fury, I quickly took out the surrounding harpies. It feels so good to use a weapon. So with my new weapon, I went to the mines and collected as much platinum as I could. Using all my platinum, I crafted full armor and an amethyst hook.
Oh yeah, and I also killed the Af Cthulhu a couple times.
Before I took on the Eater of Worlds, I slowed down and built a little storage building. I'm not much of a builder, but I don't think it looks half bad. To tell the truth, anything is better than just having a bunch of chests scattered around your base. So there we go, chest storage complete. I headed over to the Corruption and began construction on an arena. Once that was done, I went down, took some buffs, and spawned the Eater of Worlds in. The Star Fury absolutely obliterated him. It's so nice having good weapons again. After a less than challenging fight, I emerged victorious. So I went home and made some shadow armor and slept until a meteorite fell. And I instantly went after it. Yeah, I just made shadow armor, but that's just for defense. What I'm really after is meteor armor. After mining a total of 597 ore, I went home and got some new gear. After I made some gear that was literally out of this world. Get it? Like space? Like how it's out of this world. The space gun is also incredibly useful, since with the meteor armor, the space gun becomes completely free to use. And luckily, just before I was about to turn the game off for the day, a goblin invasion, well, invaded. I absolutely shredded, with a capital S, the goblins with my space gun. Once they were dealt with, I headed underground to find the golfer and the goblin. I had over 1 platinum coin, so I reforged my weapons a bit. Then I condensed 9 accessories into just 3. The goblin is definitely the most useful NPC. Oh yeah, I also bought a lawnmower. Yay. With nothing else much to do, I built some more NPC houses and started on my elevator. There isn't really much to talk about here, so here's the entire mining process in about 8 seconds. Once I broke my way into the underworld, I grabbed a Hellforge and some Hellstone. I didn't need Hellstone armor, so I didn't need too much Hellstone itself. All I needed to make was the pickaxe, and I decided to also make the ham axe. With my newest upgrades, I grabbed some materials to craft a King Slime summon, and went to craft the summoner. I actually made 3, so here's the 3 King Slime fights in about 8 seconds. Unfortunately, I didn't get what I wanted, which was the slime mount. Mainly just to use it so it would be quicker getting to the underworld with it. Before I made the wall of flesh bridge, I replaced all the walls in my elevator with dirt. In hindsight, I should have used wood or some other uncorruptible block, but that's a problem for future me. Okay, and then next on my to-do list, I made some stone platforms and began construction on the wall of flesh bridge. So here's the entire bridge construction in about 8 seconds. The last thing I did was place a couple campfires and grab some potions, and it was time for the Wall of Flesh fight. The space gun made this an absolute breeze. It pierces as well, so it was able to take out the hungry. Occasionally I swapped to my Star Fury, but the space gun was the MVP of the fight. Now you might have noticed that I didn't take on Skeletron. I didn't even think there was a reason for me to go there, honestly. Yeah, the Cobalt Shield would have been good for knockback, but it wasn't a necessity. There actually was a bit of a scare near the end of the fight, because one of the hungry knocked me back into the wall. But all I had to do was take a potion, and I prevailed, and defeated this vile beast. And with that, Prehardmode is over. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the first part of using space weapons only. I actually had a lot of fun with it, so if you enjoyed, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.